That's the secret. That's the secret. The sun in Taurus, you have the Aldebaran, the bullseye. In Taurus there is the bullseye, and that bullseye is the true sun. So that's the sun we attain through our practices. When sun takes to Ajna as the king of the personality, sun's place is taken over by Venus. Venus stands for compassion and love. Sun stands for the law. Normally we see in astrology that Aries is presided by Mars. Mars is a fighter. The fighting Mars should be taken inside. And all fight has to be with your own personality but not outside. A fight outside is meaningless. A fight inside will harmonize the self-opposing energies in oneself. When the inner fight is over and when peace prevails inside, then Mercury takes over. Mercury is but an alter sun. And as you evolve and you realize the soul, the sun takes over the set. You are a king when the sun energy is at the Ajna. When the sun energy in the heart is prevailing, we are mostly organizing yourself. It's a kind of that you live a life where you organize yourself, but you are not yet a master of your own being. Therefore, when you take to the kingdom of your own being, which is represented by sun, then compassion is automatically the fundamental characteristic of the soul. That takes over the heart. And Venus is as much with the divine as with the mundane. That's why anything that is to be transmitted to earth comes to us via Venus. Even Sanat Kumara is from Venus. Venus is proximate to earth because earth is a product of Venus. And Venus has all compassion to the progeny that has come out of it. So therefore there is a replacement of planet where you have, in Cancer normally moon is the Lord and emotions prevail. Normally a Cancer ascendant or a Cancer sun, much more a Cancer moon, they are all very emotional. Because Cancer is a sign of waters, and the waters are all sea waters. So the sea waters are all quietened and there is Venus prevailing, where the waters which are salty tend to be life waters. Imagine if the sea waters become life waters, meaning drinkable waters, what a wealth it is to the earth. Likewise, moon is taken over by Venus. Mars is taken over by sun. And the moon's position in Libra is to reflect from higher circles to the lower circles, and from lower circles to higher circles. The point is in Libra. Libra is the sign from which things get into objectivity, from subjectivity to objectivity. Therefore, moon takes to Libra, and then there is reflection above, you receive through subjective mind, and you express into objectivity through objective mind. Therefore, solar plexus tends to be the right place for moon, and Venus the place for the heart, and sun the place for Ajna, and overall Jupiter prevails. And throat, Mercury, which concludes the fight, inner fight. When inner fight is concluded, Mars is neutralized. In this sense, it is set to order. Then Mercury takes to the place of the throat, where your speech tends to magnetize, your speech tends to radiate the surroundings, and your speech has a direct impact on the conscience of the others. And the conscience of the other gets alerted when such person speaks. That's why when such speeches are heard, you feel inside, yes, this is right, yes, this is right. In wisdom teachings, normally people when they listen from a teacher, he is only speaking for me, this is right, this is right. This comes because Mercury is at its right place. So that's how these planets get adjusted. Then
from the local sense, is the Amruta described here, the same secretion that the sun shares during long hours of meditation? Can you explain a bit about secretion in humans?
the first part I did not get it. Is the Amruta? Amruta, okay. It secretes. It secretes from that which we call the small tongue inside. I don't know what you call in English. There is a tongue that hangs at the throat. ఏమంటుందని ఇంగ్లీష్లో కొండనారక ఇంగ్లీష్లో అంటావా మా నాయనే the I'll find, you can see in the dictionary the right meaning. That small one, that is what secretes from brow center and then keeps the nourishment for the body. That is what happens in the long hours of your meditation, or when you are engaged in a very noble and sacred work and you have no availability of food and drink. The secretion happens from there on account of the deeply goodwill work that you are engaged in. Also the same secretes from above the brow center Indra. There is the birthplace of Indra in between brow center and Ajna. From there the secretion happens and the body is nourished. Thereby you continue to meditate. You don't have to look for food. Similarly, you don't have to look for food and drink when you are engaged in a very deeply noble work, which means a great help to humanity. That's how sometimes in war it happens. The warriors, they don't get all the time their timely breakfast, lunch and everything. I have known one person, he was an official in the Navy. There was a war between India and Pakistan in 1971. And in that war he moved, there is a base, naval base here. He went to fight in Bangladesh. And there, of course, eventually India won the war. But this naval officer, he was divested of all, and he had to take to the sea, and from our Calcutta, Bangladesh is even further than Calcutta. From there he had to swim to come up to Visakhapatnam, and it took much time for him, and he felt no hunger and no thirst. no hunger and no thirst for about 2 to 3 weeks. As he came here, and he was of course honored by the nation. He is a friend of mine. He came and asked me, because I am in these practices, how could it happen? How could it happen that I could stay without food, without drink, in water, and swim all the way with the currents of the sea, and come up to Visakhapatnam and survive? Normally, I cannot miss a breakfast. I cannot miss a lunch. But this is how what happened. Do you think it is a miracle of God? Then I told him that it is the noble work with which he is engaged. He has, see, these soldiers, they offer their life. They have decided to offer their life for the nation, which is not a small thing. That working for the country, working for the nation, protecting the nation, in that context, when you are in that state of inspiration, the body nourishes itself. Likewise, not only in deep meditation, but also when you are engaged in a very deep activity of usefulness to the surrounding life, then also the body secretes. So this is how.
From Sloka 11, Masters of wisdom and enlightened ones know from advance when to depart and do it by cutting the thread of life and with their body. For a common being going to a forest and digging could be considered suicide.
No, they don't go to forest to die. They don't go to forest to die. They go away from the society where they live, because they feel there is no purpose here for them. There is no purpose for them here, therefore they move towards a pilgrimage. So, when you go for pilgrimage, it's not that you are going for dying. You are going, in the very pilgrimage is a process of orienting to the divine in you. And you don't receive any further news about them. What happened to them? Where did they take? If we leave from here, we keep on calling, did you have your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner? No communications now. So they keep on moving as a group. And as they keep living by nature and by the pilgrim centers and keep on doing pilgrimage, somewhere they fall, that's all. It's not they have an orientation to kill themselves. If you have an intention to kill yourself, it is suicide. It's an intention to realize, because having done your job here, you want to realize the divine. In that process, you keep on moving with much trust in the divine, about food, about drink, about shelter and all that. That's how it is. With a mendicant, he doesn't plan for his shelter by the night, he doesn't plan for his breakfast tomorrow, lunch tomorrow, no more planning. Accept things as they come. In that manner they live, and they live even long, sometimes longer. But because they live longer, they don't come back. They continue to live and relate to the pilgrim centers, river sides, mountain valleys, like that they keep on moving. Because to them it is no more relevant to be in the society. All questions are yours or you have collected?
I only collected.
Okay. Yeah, maybe then we alternate. From now you have asked 3 questions, we will ask. Yes. Yes, alternatingly. One question from her and next question. So, from Ulpan.
When the consciousness can immerse,
Can?
in the existence without, then the existence cannot be the absolute. How is it?
Yes.
That was the first.
Okay, let me answer that. Existence and awareness, they are eternal. The female is also eternal. That's what I have been saying. They are eternal. Awareness is sometimes expressive, sometimes it gets back into its potential. It gets into a seed form. Awareness, when it merges in existence, it remains in existence in a seed form. It never ceases to be. It never ceases to be. That's why we say that the female continues to be as in the seed form in the male, and then emerges from the male and then creates all that. So it is also eternal. That's what I said in the very first class. That the awareness is also eternal. Sometimes it is expressive, sometimes it remains dormant. That's it. It remains dormant in existence during sleep hours. It remains dormant in samadhi. It remains dormant when we are departing. But then again it comes back. It is also eternal. It comes in cycles and expands itself and again retraces itself into existence. That's why it is said that the awareness is at the bosom of existence. That's how we depict. That in the form of the Lord, the mother is at the heart. That's how they depict. Meaning both are eternal. It's not that awareness is not eternal. It is also as much para or beyond as existence. That's why we say for the mother, she is Parasakti. Parasakti. He is Parama Purusha, he is Parasakti. Para means beyond. Both are eternally there. Existence remains as existence at all times. Awareness builds different states. So the whole play is that of the awareness. Existence continues to cooperate. Awareness builds 8 folds of nature, and then these planes of existence and different states of awareness. So all this is an expression of awareness, and the basic awareness will get back and join the existence and remains in existence. It's not that it ceases to. It never ceases. If it ceases, it cannot come back. It is always there. That's why after pralaya, after dissolution means awareness joining existence and remaining in existence in a seed form. Once the time comes for the creation, it emerges, and gradually in a systematic manner it expresses. That's how it is. So awareness is as much eternal as existence. They are the two. They come in creation, they are never separable. Beyond creation, they are not separable. That's all. So that's one question. Yeah, this is a path which is followed by the community belonging to Lord Maitreya, Maurya. That is whom we call the first ray people with first ray energy. They adopt, even today it is there in India. Even today it is there in India, that once you feel that your work is over here, you can no more be functional, you would stop slowly, gradually reducing the food, reducing the water, and you don't take medicine. And you leave it until you peacefully depart. This path is promoted in Rajasthan. Rajasthan, you should all visit sometime. It is the land of Master Maurya. There the people, they are called Rajputs. These Rajputs, they are all men of will. Today, whom you find Jains, most of the Rajasthan community are taken to the path of Jains, Jainism. They do it. Even in Visakhapatnam, I have a client whose mother, she reached 98 years, and she was to be helped to go to bathroom. She was to be helped for everything. So she decided, in tune with the tradition they have, that she started slowly reducing the food. And she slowly reduced the medicines, gradually. And it took 2 years for her for a peaceful Passover, very peaceful Passover. And there is another Jain, a male in Delhi. His son is my client. So he told me that my father intends doing this. Is it allowed? I said it is allowed by the law, by the scriptures. Just like you leave the house when you no more have to live in this house. But it should be done in a natural manner. What you have written is correct. Gradually release yourself to start with the food, the medicines, then the food, and then the drink. I went to see those people when they are in the last part of their life. They have so much light in their eyes. So much light in their eyes while the body is so shrunk and so crippled, meaning the energy has come up to the head. And they very peacefully pass. No struggle, nothing. It is allowed, and there was a debate on this recently. And then they accepted that this session can continue when it is on the basis of non-functionality of the body. That's how it is. Recently there is also a court judgment that euthanasia is also allowed in India. When your body is no more carries any functional ability, regardless your age, you can depart even with medicine. It was not the case just 2 years ago. Now it is allowed. Normally, terminally ill patients in some parts of the globe, when the doctors decide that they cannot anymore support them by medicine and there is no way to recover them, they allow to die. So, allowing one person to die either on account of sickness, on account of having fulfilled all their obligations, and there is no way to work with the body. There is a way to work. In India, we still have that system. Most of these people who leave the body are centenarians, 100 years. That's how they work it out. The third question.
How can we learn to eat? How can we learn to keep our body with help from magic, with help from meditation, or with help of mantras? And how can we find the exit?
The exit is at Ajna. The exit is at Ajna, and the most scientific path is meditation. In meditation, when you let you associate with respiration, and through respiration get to pulsation, and when you stay with pulsation, you are in the step of pranayama. Then it leads you deep inside you in an upward manner, which is called pratyahara. And then the pulsating resonance will reach gradually up to the brow center. It's possible for every student who regularly meditates, in 12 years' time he can reach the pulsation can reach the brow center. From brow center to Ajna, for it to reach, it takes time. When that happens, the being can leave the body consciously. And in fact, all yogis, when there is work in the night, they leave out of the Ajna and attend to the jobs in the subtle plane and come back and again join the body. That's why the teachings of Master Jalkul in occult meditation, he strongly recommends that do not sleep vaguely, associate with respiration and with pulsation. At least imagine that you have moved up to the brow center and wait there to get out of the body. In that state you sleep. That's how sleep also has a means. Before you go to sleep, you move up to the brow center and sleep there. If sleep comes, let it come. This practice has to be there. When pratyahara is complete, then you get to dharana, sixth step. In the sixth step, you will realize that you hold the body, the body is not holding you, and then you can step out. Sixth step of yoga enables you to step out. So that is where you reach, and then you can leave the body. There is no any other way will not be a self-supporting way. Means you cannot it cannot be said that you have moved by yourself. If you move with external help or external support, every time it is like a lame person. He needs someone to pull him up. When I sit in the chair, when I cannot get up myself, someone has to give his hand for me to get up. But that's not recommended. That I should be able to get out of the body is what is recommended. For that, advanced states of meditation are suggested. The entire self-realization process is through meditation. The entire approach to knowledge is also through meditation. The classic example for all of us is Gautama Buddha. Buddha, he just sat in meditation and he realized all and also realized himself and also found himself out of the body. So this out of body experience is to be worked out through prayers and meditations, for which you have to have sufficient time. The sufficient time according to scriptures is 72 minutes each time and 3 times like that. 70, again this number 72 comes. 72 minutes each time and 3 times a day, morning, noon and evening. That's how it has to be. Then you have 216 minutes of working with meditation. If you do this for long years, you will slowly, provided if your karma does not come in the way, you will be able to fulfill that and then gain that state of consciously leaving the body. That's it. The prayer of Master CVV is also in that direction. He enables us to gain these steps, and then ultimately you would be able to move out. When you move out, you are called immortal. When you consciously move out, you are called immortal person. Yes, Joseph?
Namaskaram, Master. Your teachings around the creation through separation is what is represented by Lord Shiva and me. is abused? Is the question.
It is said so in the scriptures. Okay, Lord Shiva, in association with his consort, his secretions in association with his lady, consort. Not the kind of association we have, it's only the presence. In the presence of the lady, he creates. He creates means secretions happen through him. And those secretions gradually take to different states of existence. That is how it is. That's how it is said in scriptures. I did not use the names coming from the Hindu mythology, but I represented the process. Shiva and Shakti are the Nara and Nari, male, female. That's how it is. Male, female is said to be Nara, Nari. It is also said to be Shiva, Shiva. Shiva, Shiva. It is also said to be Lakshmi, Narayana. It is also said to be Ardhanari, meaning half female and half male. So like that, it is only by the presence of the two all happens. So all call it Shiva, call it Narayana. These are all, in each Purana a different name is used. But the best way to say it is male, female.
Regarding the 10 directions, which would be the placement in the body of southeast?
Okay. The place for southeast is in between the shoulder blades and the spleen. They form a triangle. Southeast is in between the shoulder blades and the spleen. And the Lord is Agni. Now that we come back again to 10 directions, I wish to supplement some more information. These 10 sun signs can also be, the 12 sun signs can also be seen in terms of these 10 directions. I told you that east is Indra, and then south is Yama, west is Varuna, north is Kubera, and I also said southeast is Agni, southwest is Niruti, northwest is Vayu, northeast is Ishana. Then I spoke about the direction above, Indra Vishnu, direction below, Agna Vishnu. This can be also attributed to the zodiac. According to Vedic understanding, Capricorn is the east. That's why east is said to be the dawn of the Devas. Capricorn is the east. Cancer is the west. Aries is south. Libra is north. Aries is south, where there is the highest state of illumination. Libra is north, which is darkness, midnight. The dawn is Capricorn. The dusk is Cancer. The mid-noon is Aries. The midnight is Libra. The cardinal cross divides the day into 4 parts. And these are the four directions you have. Capricorn in the east, Aries the south, Cancer the west, Libra the north. So then, southeast happens to be in between Capricorn and Aries. East is Capricorn, south is Aries. Southeast is in between Capricorn and Aries. Between Capricorn to Aries there are 90 degrees. So 45 degrees from Capricorn you have northeast, southeast. Then you have southwest, which is between Aries to Cancer. That's where you get the mid of Gemini as southwest. Then you have northwest between Cancer to Libra, which is in Virgo. And north is the most sacred direction from where the male-female god enters. It is in between Scorpio and Sagittarius, northeast. This is that's where Dattatreya is in the northeast to this planet. Northeast. Northeast is in that part last degrees of Scorpio and first degrees of Sagittarius. That's how you have to see the directional aspect of the sun signs. The directional aspects of the sun signs are like this. మాస్టర్ స్పిరిచువల్ స్టడీలో ఒక మాట ఒక చోట వాక్యం రాస్తారు. స్కార్పియో ఈజ్ నార్త్ ఈస్ట్ ఇన్ వన్ సెన్స్. దానికోసం చాలా తిప్పలు పడ్డాను. వాట్ ఇట్ హౌ ఇట్ కుడ్ బి. సో దట్స్ హౌ ది 10 directions can be located with the above and below. There are no, because the zodiac is above is north 4, below is south. అది ఇంకో డైమండ్, అది ఇంకో అవును అవును అవును. Then yes, of the yes, yes. The answer to the question is yes. 3 times yes. The any excretion from the humans, those secretions are excretas. They function as medicine to them. For example, our urine is a complete medicine to ourselves, not to others. I can't give my urine to you as medicine or your urine to me as medicine. The urine contains all the characteristics relating to your life, energy, When it is given back to you, it works as a medicine. That's the homeopathy theory and Ayurveda theory. I spoke of it. Inanimate subject, when it is in touch with the animate subject, it does miracles. That's how medicines are used. So placenta that came out along with the baby is very valid medicine when potentized and given to the same baby, not to others. This method is also there in cluster medicine, which is very popular in Germany. Cluster medicine, your blood can be taken out and it can be potentized and given back to you. In Ayurveda, they use the urine to be given back daily. If you take an ounce of urine, you are insulated from your sicknesses. We had a Prime Minister in India by name Morarji Desai. He lived 98 years with complete health. 98 years, very active and complete health. He was asked, what is the secret of his health? He said, my own urine. He said, my own urine. That is the therapy in Ayurveda. Likewise in China, they potentize the stool. They potentize the stool relating to the person and give it back to him. It looks to be funny and sometimes like that. You may abhor it, you may be very averse to it, it may be very repulsive, but they carry the totality of your symptoms. That's the beauty. So therefore, you don't have to look to materia medica and break your head. All the symptoms relating to you are in your urine, they are in your motion, they are in your blood. So to give back these things to them is a very natural way of treatment. So is placenta that you bring along with you, the baby as it comes out. So it can be, if it is intelligently used, potentized and given, it is a very good method by which that particular being is cured. That's how it is. That means he comes out with his medicines also. Actually, according to Ayurvedic understanding, man carries his life energy, man carries his medicines with him, man is a doctor for himself because he can cure himself. The vital body always resists sicknesses, and when there is a sickness, if you take the medicine coming from out of you by way of urine, stool or placenta or blood, you give it back, you are cured. That's how it is. That's why a human being is a composite unit. There is a pharmacy in him, there is a doctor in him, there is a patient in him. He is all in all. But these things are generally not promoted because the business of pharmacy, the businesses of super specialty hospitals, they would all be gone. Now there is a movement I heard in Spain also, it is already there in Portuguese, to ban all homeopathy and such other alternate medicines. They are saying that it is a crime to practice homeopathy because homeopathy doesn't involve any money activity, and pharmacies will get affected. Doctors who practice homeopathy are being prosecuted in Portugal, and also it now started in Spain. Very huge penalties. This is all the Kali effect. But the truth remains that within us is our medicine. In Ayurveda there is one more thing said. In the morning as you wake up, you take a mouthful of water, gargle the water, and then drink it. Drink it. Because your secretions carry your sicknesses. So don't throw it out. We keep water in the mouth, gargle and put it out in the wash basin. But Ayurveda says drink it. Drink. Later you can do your Colgate and other things. But let the first sip be of your own secretion. It is better than drinking urine, you know. Better than drinking urine. So these are all things that are there from ancient most times. So they get back. Now Joseph. We close it at 12 o'clock. It's now 11:24 according to my digital watch here. Me బయలుదేరండి. So we excuse Navneetam because he has to do many other things. వాళ్ళు అంతసేపు ఏం చేస్తాం ఎవడో మాట్లాడరు 5 పెడదాం ఉంటుంది అది. ఓకే 5 o'clock in the evening is our valedictory. Celebration of the conclusion of group life at 5 o'clock. You can sleep a little more. Yes, Joseph.
Year does not start in equinox, but in Aries. 5 non-significant days would be prelude to the number 2. Name and quality of the sun. Equinox or new moon?
First question is about the 5 days, no?
Yes, why the 5 days, not 6 days, would be the prelude to new moon.
Yes.
Are they the prelude? And number 2 days.
No, let the first be answered. When sun is in a sign and when moon joins the sun, that is seen as the beginning of the month according to lunar understanding, lunar calendar. The beginning of the month is from the new moon to new moon. New moon is like pralaya, it's a no moon state. Full moon is like full bloom of the creation. Again when we get back to the new moon, it is like pralaya. So from the beginning means from seeming nothingness, something grows. So where no moon is seen as the beginning, full moon is not seen as the beginning. So no moon happens when moon joins sun. Why I say moon joins sun? Moon keeps on moving faster. Sun moves at the rate of 1 degree a day. Moon moves 13 degrees a day. So, in a year 12 times moon joins the sun. So when moon joins the sun, there is a new beginning, because thereafter moon comes out with his first phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase, up to 15 phases he grows. That's the growth of light. And then there is diminishing light for 14, 15 days, then there is no light. So therefore beginning of a month is seen as as new moon. That's number 1. Number 2, for humans, Aries is the beginning. For Devas, Capricorn is the beginning. The year cycle for the Devas commences on 22nd December, midnight. The Devas come first and prepare, and man appears on the screen much later. That's why the dawn of the man is, the birth of man is in Aries. The birth of Devas is in Capricorn. The sunset is the contrary, the birth and then the disappearance for the Devas is seen as sunset. For the men, the sunset is in Libra. Sunrise for men is in Aries, sunset is in Libra. For the Devas it is in Capricorn and Cancer. This is how for the Devas there is an year, for the humans there is another year. Devas function in every which way. Humans are the only ones on the planet who stand vertical. Vertical beings. For the vertical beings, Aries Libra is seen as the meridian and then the what you call DC. MC and DC. MC and DC. Therefore, the new year for the humans is Aries. This is one reason. Second reason is every yuga commences in Aries. Kali Yuga commenced when all the planets were in Aries. And according to Vedic astrology, when all planets join in Aries, it is the conclusion of Kali Yuga. Aries is the beginning as far as human cycles are concerned. So therefore we count new moon in Aries as the beginning, always, according to Vedic understanding. Number one. Number two, the 5 days before this is like a pralaya. Just like, see, in the 14th descending moon phase, we know the next day there will be no moon. No moon is a pralaya for moon. Likewise, the cycle, in a cyclical movement of time, the last 5 days are seen as a kind of dissolution process taking place. That's why those 5 days are always considered to be avoidable. Because everything you start at that time gets aborted. Just like a pregnancy gets aborted, acts done commenced during those times are considered to be carrying weak vitality and they get aborted. That's why those 5 days are avoided for any good activity. And again, even after, immediately after the beginning of the new year also no activities commence. Only after the 8th phase they commence. That means in all 13 days. After the 8th phase, in the first in Aries, the activities are commenced. Not before, because it's just as dissolution, there is also when the commencement happens, it takes its time. But the emphasis is more upon those days where the year dissolves. The year dissolves and a new year begins. Remember, every year is preceded by an yearly god. That also I have mentioned. Samvatsara Purusha, that's what we say in Sanskrit. Every year is preceded over by a new intelligence. It's called Samvatsara Purusha, yearly god. When the yearly god, the new yearly god comes, the old yearly god, he hands it over to the new yearly god and he gets into higher circles. That is what is Passover. People don't understand what Passover is. Passover means passing over into higher circles. Who passes over into higher circles? The yearly god. The year god passes over into higher circles, handing over the planetary activity to another intelligence that takes charge from the beginning of the new year. So these are the dimensions. So therefore, for example, if you are retiring from your job after 30 years, Today is Wednesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. By next Monday you are not there in the office. When you are not there in the office in the next 5 days, do you take any big decisions? You don't. Instead, you say, the man who comes into this seat, he will take decisions. Let me not indulge into making some beginnings which may be valid, which may not be valid. Likewise, in a year, the last 5 days are seen. Closing the files. You close all files before you leave. Like that, these 5 days are seen as days which are avoidable for any fresh commencement. So now Dorle. No, December call is not the December call is not in the end of the year cycle. You are thinking the year means the calendar year that we have. Calendar year has no meaning at all. 1st January is not the beginning of the year. 1st January is not the beginning of the year at all. On 1st January, neither sun commences a sunshine or a moon commences a sunset. It is some, due to Kali Yuga, we have started a new year, which is truly not a new year. It's not a new year. It's some king's birthday. The Romans have adopted it. And they imposed on entire Europe, and Europe imposed it on all others. See, Europeans, they had such imperialism at one time. Europe conquered Asia, Europe conquered America, Europe conquered everything. So the Europeans were influenced by Romans, and the Roman culture continued. So don't think the beginning of the year is 1st January. The beginning of the year can be beginning of Capricorn or beginning of Aries or beginning of Cancer or beginning of Libra. The Jews follow Libra as the beginning of the year. And many old traditions, they follow Aries as the beginning of the year. There are some few traditions where they adopt Capricorn as the beginning of the year. See, when sun enters a sunshine, it can be a beginning. Or when moon enters a sunshine, it can be a beginning. Without any of these two planetary principles entering a sunshine, there is nothing new. Nothing new. Therefore, please delete from your mind that 31st January is the end of the year. 31st January is not even end of the month. 31st December is not even end of the month. The end of the month is with respect to either sun transferring from one sign to the other, and 29th December, sun is around 7 degrees in Capricorn. How can you say that this is 7 to 8 degrees in Capricorn? And moon, we can't say, each time it is in different places. So year, as we see as globally followed, is a Kali year. It is an ignorant cycle invented by humanity out of their ignorance. And it is followed all over the planet. That's the beauty. Ignorance catches itself like wildfire and is all over, and we Happy New Year, Happy New Year. That's why, though we say Happy New Year, no happiness. No? So, for the questioner, the answer is you delete from your mind that 1st January is the New Year. Yes, Joseph?
Master said, when we live, we exist.
Hmm?
The Master said, when we live, we feel,
We feel, when we sleep,
we live.
we fuse. Okay.
Number one, where are our dreams? I just all of them. Then. Number two, how do we go to ashram? Number three, how to know? Number four, where do we go after death? Number one is, where are our dreams?
We get into dreams, which is a state of our beingness. There are 3 states of our beingness. One is dream state, one is sleep state, one is wakeful state. These 3 are the normal states into which we keep on moving, one or the other. We move into either one of these 3. So sleep state is a state where you are in this subtle being with a subtle body and you are out of body. You are out of body on account of nature's arrangement, not because you want it. You cannot demand dreams. Dreams happen. Dream only gives us a dimension that you continue to live even without the body, that you continue to experience even without the physical body. So in dream we can be anywhere, depending upon your situation. The second question is,
how do we go to ashram?
To go to ashram you have to get into a very serious discipleship practices. Serious in the means with a lot of intent. You have to practice, you have to relate to a master, you have to implement the teachings of that master, and you have to contemplate according to the method given by that master. Then before going to sleep again you have to relate to the master and go to sleep and seek his grace that you may be taken to his ashram. This depending upon the intensity of your application and depending upon the purpose. The entry into ashram can happen. It is by will and by continuous persistence. You can get into the, and with the cooperation of the master, you can enter into the ashram of any master. There is a book, How to Enter the Ashram of the Master, a small book. It was a topic spoken in Buenos Aires, in Biblioteca. It is brought into a book. Kindly go through that. You have all steps as to how to enter into the ashram of the master. Yeah?
How to know?
Yes. When you are conscious in your sleep hours, meaning you are in a semi-sleep state, you are conscious when you move into the ashram of the master. When you are conscious, you know. When you are not conscious, you do not. When you are not conscious, you do not know. When you move into the ashram of the master, many times you know that you are in the ashram of the master. But when you come back, you forget. That's another dimension. Many of you unconsciously go to the ashram of the master. And you are given the needed adjustments to the psyche. And by the morning you are brought back. But you may not know. But through practice, continuous practice of the teachings of the master and the techniques given by the master, you would one day able to know, even when you come back, that you are in the ashram of the master, that you have been instructed like this, and that you have met your spiritual colleagues there. All this would be known slowly. Then,
Number 4 is, where do we go after death?
according to what we did here. Where we go depends upon what we do here. And what is the aggregate of the thoughts that we hold with us. The aggregate of the quality of thoughts that we hold, accordingly we are drawn by the electromagnetic field around. When we die, the last thoughts that we carry, those are the areas into which you go. If you think of the master before you die, you get into the ashram of the master. If you think of the angels, you get into the angelic world. If you fear and then you think of demons and devils, you go there. The fag end of the year, the fag end of the life, you see, normally what we are today is but the aggregate of experience that we have. That's what we think. So also what the last thought with which you sleep, with the same thought next time you get up in the morning. When you go to sleep, if you are into an argument with your partner, life partner, and then later somehow sleep, the first thing that comes into your mind is the argument you had last night. If you had read a book of the master, a teaching of the master as the last thing, the first thing that comes to you in the morning is that teaching which you have studied last night. The last thought before you sleep is the first thought with which you get. If the last thought relating to us is about tomorrow's breakfast, the first thought you get is about the breakfast. Simple. So likewise in the death also, the last few thoughts that we had before you die, those are the areas where you get born. That's why wherever your attachment is, there you get born. If your attachment is with mundane things, you are into the mundane things. If your attachment is with the ascended masters, you are born with that awareness and into that ambience. Depends on what exactly is the quality of thought that you held before you departed. That decides where you are born. If you are born in the next life, very early, it is a very good ambience, where there is already the prevalence of this kind of practices. It means in the last life you died with it. That continues in this. That's how last in, first out. That's the principle. It is true on a daily basis, it is also true on an incarnation basis. That's the answer. Yes, now door lay.
How is the relation between the Visakhapatnam and the Aswins and the
The mantras are conceived in number 12 so that the number 12 functions with us. The 12 sunshines are but one principle of the universe. And if you wish to relate to them, you can relate one mantra to one sunshine starting from Aries. But as such, every mantra is not relating to a particular sunshine. Each mantra gave different dimensions of functioning of the Aswins. But for practice, you can continue with one mantra for 1 month and the second mantra for the second month. Like that for the entire year, you can familiarize with yourself with these mantras at the rate of a mantra a month. A mantra a month. But they are not, by their meaning, they are not correlatable to the sunset. Like that we have also another mantra for teacher, which we sing in the morning before prayer, if we get up early and get ready early. Pratareva hi manasantar bhavayet guru paduka. That's also conceived in number 12. See, number 12 is the number of Jupiter, and Jupiter is for fulfillment. Therefore, these mantras are given in number 12. That they are not relatable to the sun signs as such. We have 10 minutes.
In the seminar, you say, Aswins are in weak.
Huh? When you are speaking, Fernando coughed, so I did not listen.
Then number 1. Do I understand that Aswins are in relation?
Relation to what?
Retention. Of the respiration. I understand that inhalation, exhalation. Number 2.
No, first I did not. Start from the beginning.
In the seminar, you say, Aswins are between inhalation and exhalation.
Okay.
And then say, 1. Do I mean or do I understand?
Do I?
That do I understand that Aswins are in retention?
Tension?
Retention, the retention of the air, the pulse.
Ah, okay, yes, they are there. In the retention, they are there as pulsation. That's the answer. Now, number 2.
You might have relation with the retention, but it is linked with the importance of retention in pranayama.
Yes, that is pranayama. Retention means you are not retaining the air. Don't retain the air. When inhalation and exhalation are equated, then you experience pulsation. So pulsation is the state of a state deeper than respiration. There the Aswins are there. And when you relate to the unfolding and folding principle of the pulsation, you are still with Aswins. Then it takes you to deeper pulsation, which is called subtle pulsation. That is also Aswins. And that subtle pulsation keeps moving upwards. That is also Aswins. That is pranayama. Pranayama is moving in and moving up. Pratyahara causes the final move up. So in all this, when you are applying, relating to Aswins in terms of respiration, it leads you to pranayama. Pranayama leads you to pratyahara. Pratyahara leads you to the center of the eyebrows. And it continues to be. Pulsation comes with you even after you leave the body. Pulsation comes with you even after you leave the body. You cannot get out of the pulsation. It is called subtle pulsation, causal pulsation. Even in samadhi, there is a very, 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 very subtle pulsation. That's it. So the next question. Thank you. No more. Wow.
times a day.
Ah.
When I start the prayer, when I start the silent portion, I follow the count. Is this normal, or do I need to improve my concentration?
It is normal to lose yourself into something which where you are not. It is a good step. Let it be so. That's all?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So we are spared for another 5 minutes. So let us close our eyes for 5 minutes and then depart for the morning session.
Om